Hey everybody, Eric Fall Productions. We're going to continue with part 2 of the Upper Beacon Trail. Remember these wires we were walking on in part 1, and which ironically also episode 1. Whoops. So yes, we're continuing in this episode 5 of walking in Griffith Park. Unfortunately, this will probably not be much of a continuation of part 1 because it is getting a bit late and we do have to get back down to the parking lot. But let's see how much we can explore today. And this is probably a little bit of an overlap with episode 1, part 1 of Upper Beacon Trail. And that's because I want to give you guys a reference point so you can remember where we left off, because I actually kind of forgot exactly where we left off. And I don't have episode 1 on my phone because I need storage, so... But we will, as soon as... We'll probably look at new stuff today for this path. I should also let you know that I just walked on the Upper Old Zoo Trail, but I decided to postpone the video because I wanted to get familiar with it, make sure I didn't get lost. But it's all good. I'll do my best to do a video on the Upper Old Zoo Trail sometime in the future. Okay, I think we're getting more familiar here with where we left off in part 1 of this trail. Oh, and another thing, there are also shortcuts to the Upper Old Zoo Trail. I saw at least 3 or 4 of them, but those are steep. They are not official trails, but people who like those kinds of challenges have created those trails. You can tell because the grass that used to lie on those man-made trails is gone and it's replaced with just dust. Well, so let's go. We also got some horse manure and bits of dog poop along this trail, so please, hey, don't get grossed out by that. It's just common around here. And one more thing about the Upper Old Zoo Trail. The Upper Old Zoo Trail has unofficial man-made trails from the Upper Old Zoo Trail to even higher, but I don't see any additional trails above that at the moment, so I'm not sure where those people have decided to go, but it's very possible that we will try one or more of those in the future. And in addition, speaking of unofficial man-made trails, it is likely that I will not... And there's... Oh, come on. As I'm talking, I have a fly zoom directly into my ear. But as I was saying, those unofficial trails, we're going to try to do as many as you can, but I do not guarantee that every single one of them will be tried. One of the reasons is because the trail may not lead to anywhere distant, so it might just have a and end in a very few thousand feet. That I will try my best to point out. And the other reason might be because, for example, here's an unofficial man-made trail. Why is that? Because you can see the separation between the brush. So this is unofficial. I'm just going to show you. So this is an example of one of those unofficial trails. And so yeah, the second reason would be because there's just too many of them, and some of these may be just too difficult for me and my mom to navigate on. So that's the other reason. But we will try to do as many as we can, just so you can explore with us. So at this point, I believe we are starting the bonus. Oh, no. The extra. Hold on. We're starting the continuation of the Upper Old Beacon Trail. No, not the Old Beacon Trail. Upper Beacon Trail. Not old. It doesn't have old in it. And I apologize for not mentioning the name of this trail in episode 1, part 1 of this trail, because I guess I forgot to do that. But this is indeed the Upper Beacon the Upper Beacon Trail. And this is part 2 of that. More parts to be expected as time allows. There is a lower Beacon Trail, but to access it, you actually have to cross Griffith Park. You have to cross Crystal Springs Drive and get close to the Interstate 5 freeway. I think you actually saw it on the map in episode 4, but I just want to point that out, that there is a lower Beacon Trail, just like there was a upper Old Zoo Trail for the lower Old Zoo Trail. So these are parallels in naming. We will try each of them as possible. Stop right here real quick, just because I want to get you a bead on here. I'm sweating too. Let's see anything interesting. Okay, I'll point something out here. If the lighting is good and if you can see it, in the far distance there is another trail. I do not know the name of it. It is not the Upper Old Zoo Trail. It's actually a different one, because that one goes higher than the Upper Old Zoo Trail. To access it, you have to. If you remember the footage from the old LA Zoo, well, so you pass all the cages, you turn the loop, and so you turn the corner. At the second corner, past those old LA Zoo cages, there's a gate which is open, a little small gate, and then that's how you get into that trail, the one that goes high like that. It also connects with some of the horse trails that are official to the park. So yeah, you see, this is new territory for you guys, and there is a sign up ahead, so that's exciting. We are reaching new reference points. Expect those in future episodes for the series. We are going to look at that, and I'm going to tell you what we can find. Oh, there's 2 signs. Okay, let's start here. We were just on the Upper Beacon Trail. This says, if you go this way, this path, you'll go to the Joe Klass Water Stop in 0.2 miles, Vista del Valle Drive, which is a street, 0.2 miles, Vista Viewpoint, further ahead in 0.4 miles, and even further ahead, Cedar Grove in 0.6 miles. If you go this way, right here, you can also access Vista del Valle Drive, but a little bit further away, and Vista Viewpoint a little bit further away. So it's just an alternate longer route. And obviously this is the path we just went on. which will take you. This is the Upper Beacon Trail, taking you down to Fern Canyon Trail, and to the Lower Beacon Trail to the Park Center. Okay. And let me show you quick this other side. So there's also another trail here, and another sign. So the continuation to the Upper Beacon Trail would be this way, which officially ends 650 feet that direction, no through access. And if you choose to go this way, you're going to start in the Coolidge Trail, which will take you to those locations. And you can also access Crystal Springs Drive that way in 1.2 miles. So from the looks of it, my mom and my friend decided to take this path, so we'll go this way. So for Upper Beacon Trail, we'll consider that an unofficial end because I need to show you the 650 feet extra of it. But for now, we will continue. This doesn't even have a name for this trail, but I'll just consider it the Joe Klass Water Trail. Why not? So onward to the Joe Klass Water Stop Trail. So, okay. This is gonna be tough. Okay, you know what? I have a better idea. I'm going to stop the video here. This is gonna be the end of episode 5. And the end of part 2 of the Upper Beacon Trail. We will continue with episode 6, which I'll start following this. See you soon.